Hi everyone, hope you're doing well, being safe and being kind. Thank you so much for joining me for this video and welcome to Tarot by the Pines. I am your host for this channel, Jason. This is going to be a side-by-side comparison with Brigh's newest deck in their collection. This deck is put out by Victoria Iver, or created by Victoria Iver. This is the Guiding Light Tarot Premium Color Edition, and then this is Victoria's previous deck, the Black Tarot. Now, this is going to be a comparison video. Like I said, I definitely have a preference one over the other, so it's very interesting to see how these decks correlate in terms of like their similarities and differences. So let's talk about the Guiding Light Tarot. So this is in a really lovely box. It's magnetic. Love that. Has a nice sheen to it. So the Guiding Light Tarot Prism Edition is a set of 78 cards that invites you to look deep into yourself, exploring your mind and soul, inspired by the way light casts shadows on figures and objects, and is scented with color. These cards reveal the potent imagination of artist Victoria Iver. She has created an intense deck that interprets the themes of inner purity, emotional struggle, spiritual strength, and soulful growth through her otherworldly representation for each card. With this deck, you will be able to do powerful personal and professional readings. And thanks to the durability of the cardstock and very high quality print techniques, these cards will retain their vibrant appearance through many, many readings over years and years of use. Now, I will say, these cards, the cardstock, I really like this. It has a nice sheen. It's not that gilding that's very sharp. It's not going to, damage your hand. So I really like this, and it just glides really well, which is a stark difference between the Black Tarot, because this is like a rose petal finish, so it's not going to easily glide. I like both of these cardstocks, to be honest, so I don't really have a favor over the other. So let's go ahead and get started in this comparison. So the Guiding Light Tarot, from my understanding, it's more in the lighter side compared to the the Black Tarot. This focuses more on the shadow, but it has light aspects that shine within the darkness. And then this is more like the lighter side. So it's going to be interesting to see the differences or similarities. And of course, this deck was sent to me by the publishing company, which I have not been sponsored to do this video. I'm just going to share my opinions on this deck. So of course, we have the Fool here. Taking that leap of faith. The Magician. The High Priestess. Now, I will say that for the major arcana, I am, without a doubt, most of these cards from the Black Tarot, I'm going to prefer one over the other. I do like this Empress, though. I like the color aspect. Now, going into the Emperor, I'm going to go with the Black Tarot because I like this mysterious type of imagery with, it seems like this fleshy skeleton has a shield or like has armor over them. So I really like that. The Emperor card has always been very stuffy to me. So maybe I'm a little biased in terms of like that card. And then here's the Hierophant. Very traditional Hierophant in terms of like the traditional image of the physical Hierophant. The Lovers. I really like this Black Tarot Lovers. I like the delicacy of the two intertwine. The Chariot. Strength. The Hermit. The Guiding Light Tarot has really wonderful color tones. I know this is the premium color edition, so I'm curious to know the other edition of this deck. But there's something to be said about the Black Tarot in terms of like the darkness that really is engulfed in the card, but there's like this light that really shines and just really makes your eyes wander through the card. And I personally like this death card. I like how the skeleton is making its way to a light up here. Temperance. See, as you can see, like the guiding light tarot leaves no mysterious interpretations, but with the temperance, you have to really look at the card and just pick out little details that you can see, which I really appreciate that. The devil, very similar in terms of like the figure. The tower. The star. Not a fan of this star here. The moon. Clearly this was done by the same artist, folks. So you can definitely see how these two decks intertwine. The sun. Judgment. See, the Black Tarot is just so interesting to look at. The World. So we have the traditional Ace of Cups here. The beginning of emotions. Going into the 2. We have 2 cups here, and then it looks 2 snakes intertwined. Very traditional. Then going into the 3 here. Now, you'll see with the Guiding Light Tarot, the rest of these cards are pips, whereas the Black Tarot has a little bit more to go off of. So the 3 of Cups is that celebratory card between friends and loved ones. The 4. That standstill emotion. The 5. Boredom, going on, letting go, or I'm moving on. See here, just 5 cups. So it'll be interesting to see what the little guidebook has to say in terms of these images. The 6, the kindness card. 7, having all the choices in front of you. Of course, I will link all the other videos that I've done from Brigh in the description box below, so you can check those out. The 9 of Cups. And then going into the 10. Going into the court cards of the cups, you have the page. Definitely have a sense that this page is aquatic, where this one I'm not really getting, because with the cups I think of course, the water suit, but I think of merfolk. So I want to have like some type of character from that world. Going into the Queen. Going into the King. All right, going into the Pentacles, the Black Tarot has it as spheres. So this is new beginnings in the career field. 2 of Pentacles, balancing, juggling act. See, this is just very interesting. Your eyes just want to like look at every little detail. Going into the 3, the collaboration card. Going into the 4, checking resources. Going into the 5, experiencing hardship. Not really getting much from this. And to be quite frank, not this one either, but I can see how like this sphere has hit the ground and it has shattered the ground. So that could be a sign of hardship. 6 of Pentacles. Going into the 7. Going into the 8. 9. And 10. Going into the court cards of the Pentacles, have the Page, the Knight, so with the Guiding Light deck, it's very clean, it's very pristine, whereas the Black Tarot has just a little bit more grit to it. It's very shadowy, but it's not too dark in terms of like getting negative readings. Going into the Swords. Now, the sword suit in any tarot deck is my favorite. So let's see how this stacks up. Black Tarot already has something else going on, where this is just has the 2 swords. So it just feels the Guiding Light Tarot is very pippy with the Minor Arcana. Very similar here with the 3. Going into the 4. Taking a break, secluding. Going into the 5, that Conflict card. The 6, moving on from one journey to another. The 7, the Trickery card, the Thief. I love this interpretation of the 7 because you can clearly see this person is being, they have something up their sleeve. Going into the 8, being bound by your thoughts, but you're not so tightly bound you can't get out of it. The 9, the Nightmare card. Oh, I love this. Going into the 10, all hope is lost. All right, going into the court cards of the Swords. The Knight. The Queen. All right, going into the Wands. It's a beautiful 2 of Wands in the Light Tarot. The 3. So what do you guys think in terms of like these 2 decks? Do you see the similarities? Do you see the differences? What is your eyes drawn to when it comes looking at these side by side? Me personally, my eyes are going to draw to the Black Tarot because there's much more going on in it. And plus, since the cards are like so engulfed in the darkness, but there's hints of light, it just makes my eyes want to explore. The 7. The 8. The 9. The 10. Going into the court cards of the swords, wands rather. The Knight. I think the Guiding Light Tarot would have been a great side deck to have with this if the Minor Arcana was a little bit more fleshed out instead of having a lot of pips thrown in. All right, so for the cards side by side, they are pretty much the same thickness. Of course, this one has the sheen to it, which is really nice. The gilding is not sharp at all, and it's really easy to handle. So I am going to shuffle the deck and see what card comes out so I can get a good sense, or get a sense of the guidebook to show you. All right, so we got the Hanged Man, a major arcana. So it comes with this little book here. It's roughly about 86 pages. Gives an introduction. And then it talks a little bit about how the deck is set up in terms of the major and minors, the elements, which is really nice. It has a spread here. Then tips. All right, going into the major arcana. So Hanged Man, you're going to get a page of the card, and it's going to be in color, so it's nice. So it gives a meaning, the artist's vision, upright and reversed. So for the meaning of the Hanged Man represents knowing sacrifice when we realize we must accept a short-term difficulty for a long-term gain. The Hanged Man archetype is the 12th encounter for the Fool, showing us the importance of devotion, surrender, and sacrifice. Forgiveness is also a message contained within this card. The artist's vision, conscious restriction, imprisonment for a higher purpose, willingness to accept change. Upright, knowing sacrifice, change in perspective, and patience. Reversed, helplessness, impatient, confusion, and selfishness. So I like how it follows through with the story of the Fool. I really like that. Let me actually go to the Black Tarot for the Hanged Man, because I'm pretty sure in this deck it talks about what's going on in the card. So it does talk about what's going on in the card. A figure hangs upside down from a structure so he can see the pure light of universal power and knowledge. He realizes his small place in the vastness of the cosmos. Uprights, I think these are the same keywords. So let's go to a minor. Let's say the 2. Meaning, enjoy a mutual attraction and shared positive feelings with someone. The artist's vision, alchemical energy, ideal pairing. Upright, attraction and connection, reverse, rejection, and unrequited love. So going into the Black Tarot for that. So 2 energy figures intertwine, and the female-male symbols link in a burst of energy above them. They each bring a cup to the relationship. So, folks, the Black Tarot wins for me. When I was going through these decks together, my eyes were always drawn to the Black Tarot simply because it just really has more control of where my eyes are going. Like I can clearly see what's going on here, but if I take another look here, it's at another card, my eyes explore. Whereas here I am giving, what you see is what you get. But when it comes to here, my eyes are exploring this deck. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think about the Guiding Light Tarot? Is it something that you're drawn to? What do you think about the images? And also, while you are here, what do you think about the Black Tarot, also by Victoria Iva? So let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to Brigh for sending me this brand new deck. So until next time, I will see you for my next video. Take care.